Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara.
And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that's caught out wide by Cooks. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Niners at 9 and 6 now. And Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a first down. They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles, pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Play action. Stroud now. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Stroud's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Still to go. Third down now. Stroud sets up the play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. You look at this Niner defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And Stroud now to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the move, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now a dump off here complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Slot man moves right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Stroud will look to throw once more. brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. That is caught. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A good run there on the right tackle in old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners are once again back in front. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is now 10-7.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Stroud.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Stroud looking to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
That's pulled in at the 32.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 1.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's got the connection downfield to Hamler.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Touchdown 49ers!
Jerome Johnson,
His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Stroud. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Stroud to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
The throwing again is Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. And finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a sight.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Bijan Robinson
with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. That's going deep for Bateman. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
49ers 17.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Now Moody for the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Falcons. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He'll look to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And this pass caught by Gray. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd and 9 now. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Niners have retaken a third-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Stroud out of the gun here. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Robinson on a give right side. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. A give to Robinson on the option. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
That was a heck of a sprint. Tried to get to the end zone. Didn't quite get there. Just short, out of bounds at the 2-yard line. I know the defense is relieved he didn't get to the end zone. And the guy who was carrying the ball, a little frustrated, he didn't make it all the way.
And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So how about the season, Charles, that he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework prior to this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second and 6. Now back to throw. Able to find Gray here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters.
Let's get that touch.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, 49ers! Jerome Jackson, beast in the red zone with answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
From the 43, here's second down and a yard. In motion left, Bateman. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game.
42, 49ers, 38.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And they'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 173 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's out quickly to Bateman. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game, wait until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinating. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Well, they need 2. Here's 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Falcons,
they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.